Good morning, Minister. My name is Sam Edwards, and I originally contacted DEC to express the achievements Penair has made in energy and recycling. We really feel that we can serve as an example nationally due to our innovative thinking and views on climate change. For instance, we consider our biomass boiler system to be the new way to save money and preserve the climate. We're happy to tell you more about our school, but first, if we could, we'd really like to ask you a few questions.
Currently in schools, climate change is being taught in Key Stage 3 during geography and science lessons, but new plans have come in to sort of scrap that. Now it's only going to be taught in GCSE geography, and in our school only 80 out of 240, so that's a third, of pupils actually chose to do geography. So all the other pupils in the school are not actually going to be learning about climate change and all the problems, and considering it's one of the main problems we're facing today, we don't really understand why it's happened. Do you know why they decided to do that?
I think if it was left to me to write the school curriculum, it would be mandatory several hours a week. But the reality is there is already a huge amount in the school curriculum, and our experience was that we need to give greater discretion to individual schools to decide what goes into their particular curriculum and what they do. And that if you just have a curriculum that has so many different priorities inside it, it just becomes overloaded. So therefore, Michael Gove, I think quite rightly, in order to drive academic standards and clarity for teachers and pupils alike, has boiled it down to the bare essentials in terms of the syllabus. But that doesn't mean that there shouldn't be opportunities to bring in other issues as part of the overall school teaching. And I very much hope that most schools would do it in a way that's appropriate to them, and whether that comes in lessons or in clubs, or whether that comes as part of field trips or citizenship, that's really up to the school to decide, rather than for somebody sitting in Whitehall writing down your lessons hundreds of miles away.
Our school is an academy, and we are very fortunate enough to get a biomass boiler for our school. But we were wondering how other academies would get the funding to get other energy saving projects, such as the biomass boiler, if they can't borrow money from banks. And
good question. It's for exactly that reason that I've just launched a new fund with Michael Gove called the Salix Fund, or expanded an existing fund called the Salix Fund to do exactly this, to encourage schools and make available the finance to enable them to put in biomass boilers. Some want solar panels, but of course, as you will know, before you do any of those things, the most important thing is to make the school more energy efficient. And the fact of the matter is, the majority of the schools in the country are still woefully energy inefficient, poorly insulated, wasting electricity unnecessarily, often because they don't have switches that save when no one's in the room. There are lots of opportunities to drive energy efficiency, and obviously behaviour is a very important element there. And it's amazing the difference you see from school when a school gets its pupils engaged and the pupils really feel a sense of ownership of this agenda, the big difference it makes. And far from being something they can't afford to do, it actually generates real savings. And I've been to schools where, because they've put in green energy, because they've made it more energy efficient, there's actually then more money available to spend on other things that the school might like to do, like recreation facilities or new stuff for the classroom.